Javier goes right back aboard. And they're off in the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf. Acclimate's white blinkers go right to the front. Bandua is up close in the early stages, and so is United. Bricks and Mortar is only 3 lengths off the speed as they move down the hill. Anthony Van Dyke is racing just inside of him. The lead belongs to Acclimate, who opens up a length and a half. Bandua is in second, and then it's United in third. Channel Maker is fourth. He's on the outside of Bricks and Mortar. Arklow a bit headstrong outside of that pair. Old Persian is next, followed by Anthony Van Dyke, who's down on the inside, approximately 6 lengths off the lead as they get to the main course. Mount Everest in the white cap is down on the inside. Alunak with the pink sleeves is there as well. Old Persian having to steady just a bit. He's on the inside still of Arklow. It's another 2 back to Channel Cat, and Zulu Alpha's at the back of the field. They have a mile left to go in the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf, and the pace setter is Acclimate. He's in front by a length to Bandua, who's racing in second. United third. Bricks and Mortar racing in between horses, and Channel Maker is just outside of him. This group is followed by Anthony Van Dyke, Alunak next to him, Old Persian, a 4 wide Arklow, another length back to Channel Cat, who's 8 lengths off the speed, and Zulu Alpha biding his time at the back of the field. Acclimate, almost 2 lengths in front, making their way onto the backstretch with Bandua in second. Then comes Channel Maker inching up outside of United. Bricks and Mortar is still in hand while racing in traffic a bit. Arklow is just outside of him. Then it's Old Persian and Anthony Van Dyke still right together. Alunak is next, about 7 or 8 lengths off the speed. Channel Cat inches up just a touch outside of him. Down at the rail, Mount Everest is second to last, and Zulu Alpha is asked to run now. Around the far turn, Acclimate, Bandua, they've been 1-2. Bandua's now on even terms with it. Then it's United in third. Channel Maker is in fourth. Anthony Van Dyke coming through on the inside. Arklow is 4 wide. Bricks and Mortar has 4 lengths to make up. Alunak on the fence. Bricks and Mortar now gets a seam, and he's going to be cut loose with a furlong left to go. Here comes Bricks and Mortar on the outside, and he is finishing with a flourish. Bricks and Mortar storms to the front. United running a giant race, but it's Bricks and Mortar bringing his brilliance to the biggest stage to win the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf. Second went to United.
Let there be no doubt, this is a Horse of the Year campaign by Bricks and Mortar, who just took the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf and remains perfect in 2019 at 6 for 6, but it was not easy.
He had to earn it in a box amongst traffic every step of the 1.5 miles until the top of the stretch when things started to separate just ever so slightly. He had to wait. Irad had to wait a long time to unleash the beast, but when he did, boy, he was determined to get in front.
He had to run down United, who outran his odds at 50-1 there. He got first jump on Bricks and Mortar. He was surrounded down the backside. He had horses to his inside, to his outside, and in front of him, but the class got him home here. He wins his 4th consecutive Grade 1 of the year, and has really stamped himself as a contender in the Horse of the Year conversation.
Son of the brilliant Giants Causeway, out of the Ocean Crest mare Beyond the Waves, Bricks and Mortar, a Keeneland graduate, takes this, the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf, bred by George Strawbridge Jr. in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, off as your even money favorite here. You know, it was a rough trip for Bricks and Mortar. A lot of people are going to look back at horses they had in here with maybe some rough trips. Never able to settle down was the 10 Old Persian. Then Anthony Van Dyke had a seam up the rail, found trouble turning for home, and eventually gathered up third here. But let there be no doubt, Bricks and Mortar didn't have the smoothest of trips and still found a way to win. The sign of a great horse.
Yes, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. That's a mark of a great horse and the mark of a champion if you can overcome adversity, and he did that here today.
And as pumped up as he was before he got into the starting gate, as Chad Brown described him, he's a gamer. He knows what the competition is all about. He gets worked up, and then he settles beautifully out of the gate, just waits for the response and the opportunity to respond to Irad Ortiz. Just an incredible horse. Runs the same race every single time to come up with the win.
We pick it up at the top of the stretch. He just got outside, and you can see in the red and white silks there, the turquoise saddle towel, when we started this tape, he was just making that move to the outside. He got him out the length of the stretch, and boy, it took the length of the stretch to get him out. I think Irad Ortiz had to wait maybe a jump, 2 jumps longer to get him outside. He might not have able have been to run down United. He might have run out of real estate.
It's almost like he eyeballs the competition, and once he sees him, he goes for it.
And as I mentioned earlier, Keeneland graduate Bricks and Mortar takes the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf Butt, purchased for $200,000, and has parlayed that into her career that now takes this horse well past $7 million in earnings. Another point I want to make about Bricks and Mortar, one, the time, 1.5 miles and 2:24.3, really is saying something over this turf course. But the racetracks that he has won at this year, they've all been different places around the country. If you are a racing fan, Bricks and Mortar has been in your backyard at one point or another. He started out in South Florida with that win in the inaugural Pegasus World Cup Turf Invitational over that bog, that yielding turf course, went to the fairgrounds, fought off a stubborn 40-1 shot, went to Churchill, went to Belmont, went to Arlington, and now goes to Santa Anita for the biggest win. Our cheers to the breeder, brought to you by Three Chimneys, gives a big toast to George Strawbridge Jr., who's been a fantastic owner and breeder over the years, and sharing his wealth as he has Bricks and Mortar as the breeder here, owned by Klarovich Stables. Bricks and Mortar, it is official.